today's experiment has been with NotebookLM. There are one or two features that I do want to share. I've been experimenting a lot with flashcards and whatever NotebookLM was providing me, and I've been playing around with it. But what I want to show you, and I'm going to share the sound for that, is the audio overview feature. And that seemed very interesting for me. And so what I've done already is generated an audio overview, and how I generated that was using this deep dive feature. It provides us these different formats that we could use, and I didn't want a shorter format. I wanted it to be the default, so that's what I chose. But I then wanted this interesting conversation between two hosts unpacking a certain topic. So I had put in as resources or sources couple of my YouTube videos with my colleague Rogorel and our Modern Change Agent course. I've been generating a little bit of, as you can see, some flashcards. So I've got some facilitation flashcards. Let me just quickly show it to you. Not everything's relevant, but some of them are interesting. When a leader admits they don't know the answer, what shifts in focus? So it's a nice flashcard, and then it gives you the answer when you click on answer. It shifts the focus from the leader being an expert to unlocking the collective potential and intelligence in the room, right? So, and then you can go on to the next one and the next one, see the answer again. So interesting flashcards, loved it. But what I do want to show you in addition to all of this, and you could do all of these, right? You could do a video overview of whatever sources you put out here to the left. I haven't tried out mind map as yet. For another set of things, I tried the video overview. Flashcards, just tried. Quiz, I haven't tried, but I'm sure it's exciting, interesting. But let's get to the audio overview back here. So let me just get you to listen to just the audio first, and then we'll get into this interactive mode, and I'm going to try that out in front of you literally in real time. I haven't tried that, but I tried that with this other one, and then when I reloaded the page, I think, yeah, I couldn't see that same audio overview show up because I didn't save it either. So I had to, generate this audio overview again. So that took a while, and then I thought I'll come back and show you this. But I did that only with one source. But let me come back to this and show you. Excuse me, sorry. Okay, let me get you to listen.
Certainty. And the pressure is welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're unpacking something I think a lot of leaders really struggle with. It's facilitating massive organizational change when you're the one expected to lead, but you just don't have all the answers.
Right.
Everyone's looking at you, for that expert certainty. And the pressure it's intense. It can feel really uncomfortable and maybe actually counterproductive.
That tension, that discomfort, that's actually where the good stuff is. Our mission today really is to dive into our sources and explore why leaning into that discomfort, adopting what we call a facilitative stance, just works better than trying to fake certainty.
So we know where that is going, but let me click this interactive mode and let's do this in real time. So I'm going to start the discussion, but again, really? Yeah, but we can also see a join with a hand there, right? So I'm hoping that it shows this to me and we can see that happening in real time.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're unpacking something I think a lot of leaders really struggle with. It's facilitating massive organizational change when you're one expected to lead, but you just don't have all the answers.
Right.
Everyone's looking at you, for that expert certainty. And the pressure it's intense. It can feel really uncomfortable and maybe actually counterproductive.
That tension, that discomfort, that's actually where the good stuff is. Our mission today really is to dive into our sources and explore why leaning into that discomfort, adopting what we call a facilitative stance, just works better than trying to fake certainty, especially with complex change.
Okay.
We're looking at how you shift your role, your primary identity almost, from being the expert everyone demands.
The one with the answers.
Exactly. To becoming the enabler who helps the team find the answers.
And I think the core nugget here, the thing we have to get our heads around right away, is that the world we operate in now, it's just too complex for any one person to know it all.
Absolutely.
That old model of the single expert leader, It feels
Oh, hey, I think our listeners got something to say.
Yeah, hi, I'm just curious. Will you also be covering tools and techniques for this?
That is a brilliant question. Yes, absolutely.
we will. Tools are definitely part of this picture.
Because you can't just operate with mindset alone, right?
No, you need structure and process.
That's the difference, as one source noted, between pure coaching and facilitation.
Coaching is goal-focused and often uses more of a scaffold.
Exactly. We'll be talking about that scaffold.
The structures you use to move the conversation forward.
Like using canvases or virtual whiteboards to visualize the co-creative process.
Making it interactive, not just a lecture.
And we'll also touch on things like setting ground rules or contracting at the start of a session.
So everyone knows this and the facilitator's role.
That's a key technique for managing expectation safety.
Great point. We'll definitely cover those techniques.
It feels really outdated, kind of flawed, that single expert model.
Especially post-internet, everything interconnected.
We need that collective brain power.
Yeah, you've nailed it. When leaders try to simplify everything down to their one expert solution, they just miss so much.
The nuances, the political stuff that gets in the way.
The hidden constraints in the system.
Complexity demands working together, co-creation.
So let's dig into that expectation then.
Why do we still expect the leader to be this singular sage on the stage?
I loved that anecdote in the source material about the leader hired for a huge, complex program.
Oh, yeah.
Gets the whole team together, day one, and basically says, look, I don't actually know how to do this.
Huh. And, oh, yeah, let's hear it.
Yeah, so I'm curious, which source are you specifically referring to?
Oh, that's a great question about our sources.
You're right to be curious about where that specific story came from.
That story, the anecdote about the leader hired for a big program who admitted, I don't know, is from a YouTube video.
It was a great conversation about facilitating change.
The video is titled, Facilitating Change When You Don't Have All the Answers.
The speaker was sharing a personal, real-world example of just how powerful that vulnerability can be.
Because it really did take their team by surprise.
That kind of admission is a massive culture shock to traditional organizations.
Exactly. But it worked. Now let's jump back to what we were saying about that moment.
Absolutely. The leader said, I don't actually know how to do this.
Huh. And the reaction described was a physical jaw dropper.
Right, because in the traditional hoodie book, saying I don't know is like showing weakness.
It's seen that way? Absolutely. People crave certainty when things feel chaotic.
So that expert behavior.
So really interesting feature. And yes, I know which the source is. So it's the YouTube video between me and Rogerel. So that's just a very interesting, fascinating feature. But this is just one experiment, and I've been trying out smaller multiple things here and there. So hopefully I can bring another experiment to you really soon. But if you liked this video and if you'd like to see more of such experiments, just put that down in the comments. And if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, I'd love for you to be there. And I'll take you on my AI experimental journey with as many tools as I experiment, and we'll see how that goes. Bye for now.